People have built and blocked it. If you build and block a stream, the water will still come. But when it comes and it can't pass, what will it do? It will flood its banks. That's all that is happening in this city. We're asking the regional minister and the district chief executives to take a very tough stand on people whose properties are blocking waterways, because they're creating distraction for other people's properties and even loss of lives. Sometimes when it floods heavily, we lose human lives. They should remove all this, and it should be at the cost of the people who did it. They should take this back where they brought it.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama ashe akrobasi wako miamia bibre flood prone areas bia ensuto a efa no. Excellency John Dramani Mahama ediesi no so ama nankasa step down ehwe bia ensuo etafa won kran mentem ha o hwe ye incrementem ya kamia ese de bia ensuo beto bia no efa ye nkran fo bibre na eniti akoko ya repo akọ edadwen ama nkofo bibre amu ankran ha sensuo ehya sekura se epetia Ushe babiti se eye kaneshi achimota eye Malam Junction and afi circle sankrofoi eye nkofo a babi omote no nsuo to bia na ewurawura afifim bebre kolego no ene ne patemu nyina eniti His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ashase ekosa pro no ahwe babi a nsuo to a eye nsuo no etafam eniti odikan eko eye Malam Junction ekohwe sa area ho ena otimu se nsuo no to a ohwedie nti a ema eye sa flood ne eba in fact before bidika ko aye Malam Junction anampo edna ni kire mu achimata kokopie mu circle do kopie mu kuyo connection ne patam odikan ema aye ne tax force ekoko survey areas a nsuo to a mprempio no etafa. It was led by the deputy chief of staff Standogbe and no namko hwe sa miamia bibre na nsuo to a mprempio no etafa mo ehwedie nti a nsuo no etafa sa nkofo na wo sa miembo no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ekoko dru aye Malam Junction Emra ode kasa anasempu o kasa no eno chiri mo wo hwe eye babiansuo etafa no kamia esemkrofo ahyase ACC adan empu companies ni bi ahyase AC companies esi eye bia ensuo ne fa no wo chiri mo a ensuo ni free eye ekuapem saa na abefa eye stream ayese eni nti se wo besi edan esi bia ensuo fa definitely abefa nkrofo na rehu se mo ne se nkrofo na mo si dan no esi bia ensuo no wo no omo ne de ensuo no to enka omo na mom omo tete nchen no omo na mprempi no ensuo no etaka mo ya hwe ye pa se wo behwe se nsuo ewurawura nkrofo afiefie mu wasade to ja se regional minister enhwe se mo amosisi edan e block nsuo se nsuo besia no mo si eye edan asisa nsuo no onhwe se sa nkrofo ni nyina ono mo bedi mpo eye se ye mbusa enye nduri sa adan no ngu a awosi eduribu se be ya sa nkrofo ni ama ese ena afesu nkrofo efamu sensio to a flood nyina no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama amma aye regional minister and avenso MMDCs omo incremental mu a omo order so omo hwe se omo survey na se omo hwe ba bia nsuo fa no bia sini dan anampo wasini store shop and as a company bia sisa aye area ho a omo hwe so omo bedure ni nyina gu ye hwe His Excellency John Dramani Mahama emra ko Malam Junction.
Yeah, so like I said on Eid al-Fitr Day at the Black Star Square, a lot of the flooding in the city is caused by human activity. We are the problem. What is happening here does not affect the factories here. The water comes from somewhere, and once it can pass and continue, it will back up and affect the communities beyond. These are streams that existed long before our grandfathers were born. They are streams that flow from the Equapim Mountains and find their way to the sea. Then we decided to come and build our capital city across the streams. So even if you build your capital city, you must allow the streams to flow through. People have built and blocked it. If you build and block a stream, the water will still come. But when it comes and it can't pass, what will it do? It will flood its banks. That's all that is happening in this city. And that's why we're asking the regional minister and the district chief executives to take a very tough stand on people whose properties are blocking waterways, because they're creating distraction for other people's properties and even loss of lives. Sometimes when it floods heavily, we lose human lives. And so it's not because we don't have a sympathy for people like that, but we must enforce the bylaws. And the point is, the assembly here, how did you sit and allow this to happen? How did the assembly allow this to happen? And that's why you have the chief executive, you have assembly members. They must be conscious of all this. These are waterways, like he said. Can you imagine the volume of water that this place alone can hold when it rains? And so if you fill it up and you say there should just be a drain passing through, the drain cannot contain that water. And so let's do what we have to do. They should remove all this, and it should be at the cost of the people who did it. They should take this back where they brought it from. Thank you.
Excellence John Domani Mahama and some of the two Jan Osago Piemu, our circle, and what you say, a garage, some Kufui, our new contract, Mom, who say, a gat is like a sea one cramentum, Mombesha, some beginning, Musebea, as you shall say, a toa, and Fancroft. Now, so Garrett, unfortunately, Nanka, His Excellency Chimwa, or Pebrum, and there's some to me a use opportunity that ye Sagatesi, Mugatas like a scene in one cry, and Poo, and Kitten, one cry. And unfortunately, I went to me, I am and Suno, I shall say a tour of Brequay April. Contract and 1 year, and at least last year, I contract and I buy my Garrett, and at least also Mutimisha said, got us in Moon, and I few I shall say, at least. Na almost but unfortunately, Antimia Manasa, His Excellency Coco Board, man said, Omonia Antimia, you will dear, but almost flat, if you obey your for anything before, and so and you're careful. Amon Shama Quay, yes, Sabaya, and few intimate you don't know, Muna, Bana, so the better also, I shall somebody who to my Sabaya, and few in your fan for baby. Young go to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, of course, Echo.
We are in April, and the rainy season is about starting. We know that in May, June is the climax of the rains in Greater Accra area. These garage projects for desilting the major drains were given since last year. It is clear that all of them are behind schedule. And from what I have seen, these drains are not going to be ready before the rains open up. And if they aren't, it means that we must expect that there will be severe flooding this season. I would have thought that the contractors will take advantage of the dry season and work as quickly as possible so that we would have been ahead with these projects by now. But unfortunately, that hasn't happened. And so we just have to caution citizens of Accra that there's going to be severe flooding because of the delay in these projects. But we have to do everything to alleviate destruction of property and loss of life as much as possible. But I've charged the Garrett Secretariat and the Hydrology Section and the Ministry to pay constant attention to make sure that all the projects that have been awarded under Garrett to make Accra resilient from flooding are speeded up as quickly as possible so that we can minimize the flooding. These have to do with the major drains, but they're also the minor drains that feed water into the main drains. And with some of those minor drains, it is just people building walls across or building their properties in the waterway that is causing flooding to their neighborhood and all that. And as I said on the day of the Eid al-Fitr, we're going to mark all those waterways, and any person whose property is in the waterway, the property will be taken out so that we can minimize the loss of life and destruction to property that occurs every year. We cannot sit and throw our hands up in the air as if there's nothing we can do about it when we know the exact cause of what the flooding is. And so we're going to take this seriously. I've charged the minister. We're soon going to appoint the district chief executives. And so the minister and the district chief executives must all survey their various districts and see what is hampering the flow of water through their districts. And we will take measures to remove those obstructions in the waterway so that we can have a city that is resilient and where people every year in, year out, continue to suffer destruction of their properties because of other people's recklessness. So Minister, you and your team look at this and work as quickly as possible. Work as fast as possible before the main rains open up. After the rains subside, normally after July in Accra, the rains go down. And so we can see what work we can. But in the dry season, we must take advantage and finish these projects as quickly as possible.
And a Deputy Chief of Staff. And so at the two, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Deputy Chief of Staff, Urastan Dogbe. Urastan Dogbe, you be our His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and actually, Papa, one of the loyalists of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He said, Why Juma? Osha Mama serving His Excellency John Dramani Mahama officer. He's one of the people, Omaya Juma, and now they've been so loyal to His Excellency. Urastan Dogbe, and so, Okamo Mudi can so be Accra or the two, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and Mr. Oko Kolegono and Patama, and so twice so unfortunate Lumo said shoot a road film. His Excellency, the former president, John Evans Fifi Atamos, Nakuko Fan Crancy, Mra or the Kaya drain be our Kolegon and Patam. Now so a son said Nipa Bonnie and Tino Dreno, a cigar and a sea, and it amounts to Ukraine flow. Amma, Cecilia Minoka and shoot to a Kolegon and Patama road film. And also Yangotier, Ura, Deputy Chief of Staff, Stan Dogbe.
We've gone around the hydrology, we've gone around water resources, we've gone around the challenge here is that over 112 roads that is which is being filled consistently by the company, two companies here and then at the VIP on the other side. They are the ones that are crossing up the retention. So if you go to Blue Lagoon, which you have to drive to the other, every house there, the water enters into the river. Every house. You have also been seeing this drain from the last drain that the drain that President Mills constructed, it's choked, right? Because the water can't flow into this. So if the chief sold the land, the they should not be getting defending the fact that they sold land and somebody is dredging a swamp. Because the effect is always between. As Mr. Mahama said the last time, we can do all the works that we are currently doing up there. If this siltation continues, and you can see that they are going. The last time we came, they were not here. And they will not access to this place. So you can only access this place through their company. You cannot come through the other company. They need to drill some things there so you can't come. So they have the leeway to doing this and doing the work. They will come and come structures. Then government will always be called upon. There is flooding in Blue Lagoon, Bawe is flooded, Malam Junction is flooded. Because they are taking money and they are benefiting for the private company, everybody else will suffer. I don't think that should change. So you have no point coming to disgrace yourself in front of the media government. Because that puts a lot of pressure on us.
Abuzia, Midin, Ede Mubarak, Ya Kubu.
The traditional foods are yedin, starch and the carbohydrates, and womu bebre. But true grain food, yes, starch and carbohydrates, no, and your kids way be a womb, and you're very healthy. A woman who buy free, you're able to say diabetes, kidney failure, cholesterol, hypertension, cancer, and in your kikakikamo. True grain food, or more breakfast options to say cocoa, Tom Brown, oatmeal, and in your kikakikamo. True green food. Oh yes, our products now are 100% organic and natural. So we have been able to deliver my baby our
My chef and party planner. You know we can't get this retirement/birthday shinding go wrong.
Everything is almost ready, but small problem.
Why? What's up?
We are way over budget, Kweku.
Everything is almost twice the estimate.
Alibaba, okay? No worries.
So with Tap Send, I have got a cake and decorations covered from here.
You handle the food.
If any extra expenses comes up, just text me or call me.
I'm off today, so I should be easily reachable.
Hey, Chairman, it is for day.
Say, no be easy, you. Chairman has time and money.
Allah,
Kweku tap, Kweku do, Kweku that.
our chairman can't call you.
Hey, Alande, Chairman send them.
Tap send. Papa no.
Hello, love.
Gary, do you have Mommy's parcel for her big day?
The shipping company says it will take 1 month.
A month? Gary, use Rapid.
Rapid?
Rapid courier ships from the United States to Ghana and 9 other African countries within 3 to 5 days. Log on to rapidgroup.com, buy, ship to us, and we deliver right to your doorstep.
That fast?
Yes, that's Rapid for you. Can you sign this?
I thought you only ordered Mommy's parcel.
No, I ordered a few car parts too.
Are you too busy to shop? We will shop for you. Rapid also has a luggage delivery service, so you can make that extra luggage and we will deliver at the lowest rate.
Rapid Courier. Just shop. We deliver. Enjoy.
Spices day and one Remy spices. Ordinary Remy. Dependable.
Remy spices, Remy.
Young papa, what the Remy spices you are and we're journey fine. Remy spices, dear, so who you swam, and fast spices for Biafra. Flavors no so dear, baby. Chicken, goat, jollof, stew. Spices be our washing. Remy will be home. And for Adriani dear and to chacha. Remy spices, and Adriani yet decade.
Alakados Properties is ready to relieve you from the stress of finding units and setting up viewings or sell your house. Connect with Alakados Properties. We are specialized in sales and rentals of properties, property management, and consulting.
Alakados Properties is a real estate agency we work with, and we are committed to giving their guests the best experience in accommodation. You can also rely on Alakados Properties to find your long or short-term accommodation whilst in Ghana.
African market, and I'm Papa. African market. Order for so bronze ha. Now open African market. Papa didra. Mo akoma to yem dia. Malata African market. Edem sronko. Smoked fish, meat, dry fish. Sao pekenki, rice, yam, fufu flour ni nnuane ahodo e free Africa. Afei, ye want to ma papa. Bo wire kente, adamma se kente. Ahweni ahodo. Ani nneoma bebre. Na wobenya wo Malata African market. Hwehwe ye chi akwan ene number e wo screen so. Malata African market. African market mu King Kong. Malata African market. And I'm Papa. African market. African market.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you are not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your